Stretford End faithful, here we are yet again. Another video on the latest news of Manchester United with me, your host, Sashin Johnson. And we have quite a lot to get into today. Ten Hag has had his first interview, well, not his first official interview with Manchester United, but he had an interview as an exit interview for Ajax and spoke quite a lot about what he will be doing at Manchester United. And I have those quotes for you. However, we also will be having a bit of transfer talk with United in for Jurrien Timber, as we've spoken about before, but a bit of a development on that particular transfer. And Benfica has come out via David Ornstein and has given a set price for Darwin Nunez. So, before we get into the news, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ensure that you guys are joining the Stretford End. This is where you find your United news, and I'm thankful for those who've already subscribed. You guys are absolutely awesome and amazing. But let me get into the news that you have come here for. I will start off with a bit of transfer news. And I put this into the same category in terms of transfer news because it is a transfer in for Manchester United. And Fabrizio Romano has come out and said that there has been a full agreement for Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren to join Erik ten Hag as part of his coaching staff. And the deal is at its final stages and is set to be finalized soon. So, we were all aware that Steve McLaren and Mitchell van der Gaag were present at the meeting he had in Amsterdam with John Murter, and that gave us a clear indication that the two of them will be part of his coaching staff. He's comfortable with working with them, he's worked with them before, and he definitely believes that they are the people that should be part of his coaching staff to ensure that he can succeed as a manager of Manchester United. Now, let's get into the news about Jurrien Timber. Now, of course, we know Jurrien Timber is a centre-back, forward/right back that plays for Ajax and has played under Ten Hag and has excelled this season playing for Erik ten Hag. And it is said that he himself, Erik ten Hag, would like to have Jurrien Timber at Manchester United. And it is said that talks with his management have taken place and United is seriously interested in signing Jurrien Timber. If Ten Hag wants Jurrien Timber, go and get him Jurrien Timber. There shouldn't be any excuses. There shouldn't be any hindrances. We have a very good relationship with Ajax. I'm sure Edwin van der Sar would love to see another player go from Ajax to Manchester United. I'm sure, as we all know, Jurrien Timber loves Erik ten Hag, has excelled under him, as I said before, and of course would want to join him at Manchester United. Bayern Munich are also interested in Jurrien Timber, but he would like to play with and under Erik ten Hag once again. And we do need a centre-back. And if we look at getting someone like Jurrien Timber, it would actually save us money to allow us to spend on a Darwin Nunez, on a Frankie de Jong, on a potential, how shall I say, Anthony, who is also another player Erik ten Hag has spoken about in his interview. And he's also given a bit of a subliminal message to say that, you know what, I want Timber and Anthony from Ajax. Go and get them for me. That solves our, attacker in terms of a out-and-out right winger with a left foot, which is what we are craving, which we don't have at the club. I mean, Mata is leaving, so he would fill in that space. And, of course, having a centre-back like Jurrien Timber, who's able to grow and become world-class. He's already on a level of quality that is expected of a Ten Hag player. And Ten Hag would obviously want to develop him even more to make him reach world-class level. I'm not saying Jurrien Timber next season could start next to Rafael Varane. No. But definitely he would be an upgrade on a Victor Lindelof, on a Harry Maguire, etc. And it would be a wonderful prospect to have a player of Timber's quality and also knowing that he can develop more into a much better player at Manchester United with Erik ten Hag. So now I want to move along to Darwin Nunez. And as I said in the beginning of the video, David Ornstein has come out and has said that Benfica have set a 60 million euro price on Darwin Nunez. Now, be that as it may, that an amount has been given, I don't think that that would probably be the amount that Benfica would sell him for. I think Benfica is just putting an amount out there to let people know, you know what, let your starting offers be higher than that. don't let it be 60 million pounds. But then again, you look at it and you ask yourself the question, Darwin Nunez has only played well for this one season, and we didn't hear of him before this particular great season that he has had for Benfica. And that in itself gives you an indication that perhaps he's not even a 60 million euro striker. Perhaps we could be looking at paying for him in the 50 million range, maybe even the 40 million range, because one season of quality, has to be backed up with consistency. But his talent alone and what he can produce and what he can become, being only 22, allows you to think that, you know what? Pay the money to get him. It's a potential world-class signing. It's a potential player that can be in the same bracket as an Mbappe or a Haaland in terms of scoring goals. So we need to look at it with a clean eye and actually try and understand that, you know what? Let's go and get Darwin Nunez. He is our number one target for the striking position. So if the amount is out there, it is 60 million, I'm sure Manchester United will be licking their lips at that and thinking to themselves, you know what? We could be getting a very good deal here. So let's go and get the likes of Timber and the likes of Darwin Nunez. Two top targets for us, as I've spoken about in previous videos. If you haven't seen that, definitely go and check it out and drop a like on those videos if you haven't done so. I want to move on now to Ten Hag, the main reason why we are here. Yes, we spoke about transfers. Yes, we speak about potential outgoings as well, etc. But Ten Hag has had his first interview. And before I get into the quotes about this interview, I definitely want to just give you a bit of an update on exactly what Ten Hag has planned for this week since his arrival in Manchester, as I've spoken about in the previous video. And it says that Ten Hag is unlikely to talk to Rangnick until next week, but he has already started to prepare for his new job. Ten Hag is already engaged with the club on planning for pre-season and next season. Proactiveness. He is literally planning to succeed. I said in the previous video, he is putting in the work behind the scenes to ensure that when the team does come back to train for the pre-season, that there is a perfect coaching environment for him to work with. That he doesn't have any, shall I say, bad hindrances that might, push us off the positive track that we are currently on. It is a positive track that we are on because Ten Hag is only coming in to push this club to do better. He's coming to ensure that Manchester United can get back to the top. Guys, you're going to be hearing the quotes right soon. Let me move along and continue and say that Ten Hag will hold first talks with his new players, but very limited. He emphasized that he doesn't want to get in the way of Ralf Rangnick ahead of the game against Crystal Palace. So we know that Rangnick will be in charge against Crystal Palace and that Ten Hag will be sitting in the stands watching the game. And it shows a sense of respect and also a sense of balance to allow the players to know that, yes, I am here, yes, I will be watching you, but I won't have an influence on you this particular season. Once the season is done, then you are definitely in my court and I will show you exactly what you need to be doing for the new season. It is fantastic to hear that he has this good relationship with Rangnick, which means positive things for us, which means exciting things for us as Manchester United supporters, because we know that things will be better next season. Let me get into the quotes for you on what he has said in the interview. And he says, and I quote, "I had choices to work at a different club than Manchester United with a better foundation, but I chose Manchester United. Things have to get addressed here, and that's a challenge. The club and me are on the same wavelength about how I want to do things. I have received a few messages from some of the players saying welcome to the club. I think all top clubs have Timber in their sight. If Anthony would go," now of course I said United are seriously interested in Timber and Ten Hag wants Timber at Manchester United. But here, he also hints at the fact that he wants Anthony. So like I said, go and get that two players. It's a double swoop of quality players from Ajax. And he says, if Anthony would go, it would be a blow for Ajax because in their current squad, there is nobody to replace him. That says it itself, that Anthony is one of their top players and is definitely a player Manchester United should go and get for Erik ten Hag. He was asked about the influence of ex-players being pundits, and he said, this has influence, but it can't influence our dressing room. Maybe the criticism is bigger over there because the Premier League is much bigger. Fortunately, I have a lot of baggage to cope with this. So he said that now he's mentally ready for whatever criticism would come from the ex-players and the English media. He's not scared of them, guys. He is a brave manager that definitely says a thing like it is and gets his point across bluntly, just like Ralf Rangnick. And that is definitely what we need as a manager at Manchester United. A manager with a strong mentality, a strong standing point, that he is able to control everything inside the footballing club. He's gone on to say that I am capable of looking every player straight in the eyes. I am 100% certain of that. I make all my choices in good conscience. The team stands above everything else. I choose the players that I believe give us the most chances of winning. He also went further on to say that he is looking forward to working with Ronaldo, as I have said previously. But here's a quote that I want to give to you that is actually something fantastic. He said, how should I steer a certain process at United? And what standards and values do you apply as a team? Everything to perform and to ensure that the playing style is implemented properly. Guys, Ten Hag has come out fighting. He's come out kicking the door down at Manchester United and telling everybody, I am in charge. I will make my mark here at Manchester United and I will do it my way. What a manager. Absolutely fantastic. That should definitely give you a pep in your step. That should give you a bit of oomph for this entire week. Lots of news is definitely going to come out with regards to Ten Hag and more. So we need to be prepared. But I'll bring it to you first here on the Stretford End, as always. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you that you've always chosen and taken the time to watch the Stretford End and watch the videos until the end. You guys are absolutely awesome and amazing. I love the support that you guys give. I do apologize for the dogs that are barking, but that's normal. I don't even have to worry about that. Thank you guys for joining me. Till we speak again soon, Red Devils. Glory, glory, Man United.